Let's try to find the total surface area of a cylinder. But before we do that, I want to design the formula that we're going to use for this example here. Let's have a look at what shapes make up a cylinder. We have one circle on the top. We have another circle that will be on the bottom. And then in between, if you can imagine this cylinder kind of unraveling, it would make a rectangle. Let's go ahead and show these two shapes. Alright, now I've got the two shapes that make up a cylinder. I've got two circles and one rectangle. Let's go ahead and write the formulas for each of these. And up the top with the formula of a circle, it's going to be this: pi times radius squared. However, there are two circles here, so we need to multiply this formula by 2 because there are two circles. So that's the formula for two circles. So that's the circles taken care of in our cylinder. We need to now look at the rectangle. The rectangle, or the height of our rectangle, is fairly straightforward. The height of the rectangle is simply just the height of the cylinder. In this example, our height is 10 centimeters. But it gets a little bit trickier with the length. What's the length? Well, it turns out if you unravel this cylinder, right, from here to here, you actually, well, this part here that we're circling is in fact the length of the rectangle. So if you imagine this unraveling, this part here is just the length. So this corresponds to this. So let's write it below in our rectangle that the length is equal to, in fact, it's equal to the circumference of this circle, right? The circumference. And we know the formula for the circumference of a circle, that is 2 times pi times radius, right? That's the formula for the circumference of a circle. Now, let's go ahead and multiply that by our height. That'll find out the area, okay? So the area of this rectangle is height multiplied by 2 pi r. If we write that in the middle here, we'll write area is equal to 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by r multiplied by h. That's the area of this rectangle. If we go ahead now and combine this formula here, right, our two circles with our rectangle, that should get the total surface area of our cylinder. What I might do is I might just go ahead and shrink our diagrams here so that we have a bit more space because we need to do some math. So let's go ahead and resize this. Alright, everything is exactly the same. I've just got a little bit smaller and it's up the top. So I'll highlight, well, I'll underline the formulas that we have that we're going to use and combine to make up the formula for the area of a cylinder. There we go. There's our two formulas here. We're going to combine them below. Let's go ahead and write them. So the area of our cylinder is going to be equal to the area of the circle, which is 2 pi r squared. There's two of them. We're going to combine that with the area of our rectangle, which is 2 times pi times radius times height. But this looks a bit messy. What we can do is we can rewrite this where we take out the common factors and then put everything else inside brackets. So the common factors that we have, or the common letters or numbers, we have a 2 here and a 2 here. They're common factors. What else is common? Well, we've got pi. They're common. And we've got one of our r's are common as well. So here, one of our r's is common with the 1r here. And then we're going to rewrite that. So we're going to put those common factors on the left, and then everything else will go in brackets. So 2 pi and r are our common factors, right? And so what will be left over is our r here, our second r, and the only thing left over is our h, or our height. So they will combine together, and there we have the formula for the area of a cylinder. It is equal to 2 pi r multiplied by r plus h. Now if we go ahead and use this formula to work out our example, what we would do is substitute in the radius and the height. So let's go ahead and do that. That would be 2 pi. Now our radius, if our diameter is 8 centimeters, our radius would be 4 centimeters. So times 4. And in brackets, we'll multiply this by our radius again, which is 4, plus now our height is 10 centimeters. And if you plug this into a calculator, you will get 351.9 centimeters squared.